Hey, good morning, everyone. Jeff here at Beyond Freedom Family. It is a rainy Wednesday morning here in New Hampshire. How appropriate. How appropriate because rain and passion both bring things to life. So this morning, I was thinking about Bob Proctor. A week or so ago was his birthday. If you haven't heard of Bob Proctor, he's, in my opinion, the grandfather of the personal development movement. He was the main host, main speaker, so to speak, in the movie The Secret that came out back 10, 12 years ago. Really amazing guy. And obviously, he had millions of people wish him happy birthday. But he did a little video just expressing his gratitude for all the birthday wishes. And I watched that video last night and just amazed me to think he's 85 years old now. Wow, it just didn't dawn on me that Bob Proctor would be 85 years old. But in his video, he basically, thanked everyone for the birthday wishes and said he looked forward to, getting many, many birthday wishes in the future because he still has so much more that he has to do. I was thinking, wow, man, 85 years old, and he's talking about he's got so much more he has to do. And I thought to myself, is it possible that the fountain of youth really, instead of being some mysterious material thing that's out there somewhere in the world, perhaps buried in the city of Atlantis under the ocean, isn't really a material thing, but maybe the fountain of youth is something that we each individually actually possess within ourselves already. And the true discovery, the true adventure of finding the fountain of youth is determining what our highest and greatest passions are in our lives and living in those passions. Maybe that is the secret to the fountain of youth. Maybe that's how we actually unveil the fountain of youth within ourselves. And that's what it's all about. And I was thinking about, when I go to the gym in the morning, I obviously I go in the mornings. There's certainly less people there in the morning, but there's generally an older crowd. There's a couple of us 50-year-olds, a couple 60-year-olds, a couple of people in their 70s, a couple of people in their 80s, and then one guy who's actually 92 years old. He's amazing. Bob, thank you. I am eternally grateful for you. But he's there like regularly, like 4 or 5 times a week. He gets himself there. It's amazing. But the thing about all these people in their 70s and 80s and 90s, they all have something going on. They're all in the middle of doing things. They've got projects that they're working on in their lives. They've got passion. That they're not ready to quit because they still got things they got to get done. And it's thinking more on that. And you look at like Bob Proctor again, and you look at like the Rolling Stones touring North America right now, or the guys in Aerosmith. These guys all have passion that drives them. They're doing what they love. They've found what they truly, truly love the most in their lives. And whether it's individually as musicians or collectively, once they come together as a band and out there performing, the energy and the life that breathes into them when they do that. But that's their passion, and they just keep going. I was researching also, the oldest living billionaire in the world, he's 100 years old, a centurion. And this guy still goes to work. He goes to his office every day at the shipping company that he founded 50-something years ago. He still meets with his department heads on a regular basis. It's incredible. Can you imagine being 100 years old and still having that passion in your life about something you're doing that you love so much that you're not going to let go? You just keep doing it. You keep going. And on the flip side, I'm sure, I know of a few people, I'm sure all of you know of people, they retire and they just get old. It's like whether they never had passions in their lives in the first place, or they've reached this place where they don't have it anymore. It's like they're waiting for God. There was an old British comedy that was on, decades ago, Waiting for God, about a bunch of older people at a nursing home. And as hilarious as it was, it's also sad, because why would you want to go out that way? Why? So, I'm going to keep talking about this. This is something that really fuels me. And this is just a prime example of how important it is, to figure out what our passions are. And if you can't, really think about the biggest things in your life that are passions, find some small things now and pursue those, and live in those. It's like layers of the onion. I firmly believe that, as we do things that we love, we may not have a grand idea of what our most intense passions are in our life. But just by pursuing the things that we now feel even remotely passionate about, doors will open. You know, things will reveal themselves to us. I think that's what our life mission is to figure out what it is that we love the most, what we're most passionate about, and do that. With that, I wish you an amazing day. You absolutely deserve it. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about a strange new form of math. Ponder that. So anyway, have an awesome day. You absolutely deserve it. We'll see you tomorrow.